will entertain you. We'll be talking about a stage play titled
EFETOBORE.
EFETOBORE. Pardon me for that wrong pronunciation, all right. But it's actually a tale of love, envy, conspiracy, crime, and punishment. And we're doing this analysis of what this stage play is all about and why you need to be part of it with two gentlemen who are right here in the studio with us. Dr. Awaritoma Agoma is a playwright and author, a TV radio anchor, a solo performer, a poet, a lecturer, and a marriage counselor, and also a play director. So you can see he's wearing so many caps on his little head there. Good morning and welcome. Also joining us is Onome Descent. Onome Descent is, of course, a comedian and the show host as well. Onome, it's good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you. All right, so you're here again.
Oh, yes, again.
It is a Saturday to look forward to.
Indeed.
Absolutely. So tell us the plans in you and how's the response so far?
Maybe this whole economic situation is telling hard on a lot of people. But this is one place people can unwind, really, you know, because events like this is to break the monotony of insecurity, inflation, recession, whatever kind of show you want to, you know. But with entertainment, I will believe that people will be able to be taken out of it, more so when the entertainment will be long-lasting because they have a long-lasting impact because of the message, the theme of the work. And more so we're around the Valentine season. That's the idea. So we expect people to come, especially we're trying to revive live stage theater because it's been going down the hill for a while now, but with the coming of some other theaters in town. We started this quite a long time ago, in the early 90s, but we went into what my friend used to call hiatus or hiatus. And then, but we're back, and we're trying to make sure that the town is truly entertained and kept busy, and their minds taking off the sorrowful and lamenting moments that we are experiencing in the nation. So far, so good. We would say we're almost there. Tomorrow is just around the corner. EFETOBORE is ready. The actors are excited. The cast, they're all looking forward to tomorrow. We hope that two of you will be there too, so that we can...
With Onome in the mix, I mean, and yes, definitely get the sidekick of a lot of laughter as well and entertainment. But how are you looking at it? Are you looking forward to it?
Of course I am. We've been working towards it for quite a bit of time now. And my job is quite simple. Make you laugh there and anchor the event. I'm not acting.
Okay.
They are the ones doing this play. They are playing on the stage. Adults will be playing on stage. Where we will be introducing them to come and play. But it promises to be exciting. The storyline in the school. Like you mentioned, there's a tale of love, amongst other things. And that brings to mind the story I heard over Kakaki Socials, women in Port Harcourt.
They're protesting. Absolutely protesting.
You know what I've been
strongly
asking? I've been asking myself, how did they come about? I mean, they came together.
Gathering
to
together.
Know how many of them.
Yes.
To know how many of them.
To find out that.
So they called like each other. Hello, when I get light? No. Okay. The other thing happened. No. Bless you will come together. And then it came to the street. Wow.
And trust Niger Delta people for that, with their language, very funny indeed. But they were making a very salient, issue in a very comic way for us to understand.
I think there is a name for that. It's a disease, like they've been saying.
So what's the disease?
NTD.
You've not started the stage play here. Have you started?
No nakimiasis.
No what?
No nakimiasis.
Okay, that's the name.
I've been hearing a lot of miasis here, so
that's another one coined by Onome.
Oh well.
All right. Okay, so let's get back into the stage play. How difficult, really, or how challenging, maybe that's the word, to organize a stage play? Because I know the cast in a play like this, EFETOBORE, is usually huge.
Yeah.
Large number of cast. The ability to manage them, put them together, and ensure that the play comes out really good in a swift, really on stage. Because we are all used to filming and watching films on TVs and all that. That we seem to have forgotten the vibes that this gives. So how did you get
It's quite tough, I must say, knowing that a lot of people have been captured by the film you just mentioned, that genre of entertainment, the film has truly done a lot of damage to the stage theater. But those who love the theater, stage theater, they know that if it is not Panadol, it's not the same thing as Panadol. So the film itself has its attraction, but the stage still has its allure.
It's a reality.
Yes.
It's like a reality show, really.
But because of that, difficulty is maybe getting people together, especially in the times that we're in. But when they come to, especially after we've done our first show, they've seen the reality. So we're talking to them like we've made a lot of them to understand this is our sowing time. And so a lot of them are going with the flow that we are sowing right now. The time for harvest will come, definitely. Because we are hell-bent on doing traditional plays. Like Ikemaba is traditional, EFETOBORE is traditional, of course, anchored on tradition, Benin tradition, Urobo tradition. And so we're going to go, that is the hallmark of Big Way Theater. Because of that fact that they see what we're doing, they see the promises in the future, the potentials that are around what we are doing, a lot of them are keen into it for almost nothing right now. Because we don't have sponsorship. Theater the world over thrives on sponsorship. And even a lot of people that should know, they don't know. Corporate social responsibility, most of the venues in town, that's what they should know. And then begin to key into it and see how they can benefit from it. But unfortunately, most of them are just saying, I beg, give us money. If you don't bring money, they go. And it is truly very tough, difficult, getting the venue for our events. But we thank God, since the actors are ready, we know that to get the place will be difficult. After all, in Africa, it was just moonlight tales we used to do. Around the twilight, in the evenings, anywhere, behind the house, beside the house, in front of the house, Market Square, we would get to that. Eventually, just to make sure people enjoy theater, we could begin to do street theater again.
Are you reaching out to those corporate organizations who may want to take this up as CSR? And what kind of feelings or feedback?
That's why I just said that a lot of them do not understand that part of the language or the lexicon or the technicalities that are involved with CSR. Oh boy, if you not bring money, just forget the matter. And money,
okay, I thought it's just about the venue.
No, not just the venue. Even those
talking about the sponsorship.
The sponsors themselves. Yes.
Because you see a lot of advert when it comes to film, music and reality shows and all that. So for stage play, I want to believe that people should also be interested in this.
So that's why we're continuing, because we want to make them understand, in spite of the difficulties and challenges we're going through right now. We believe that when they understand and see the possibilities with stage plays, they'll begin to key into it. They don't have that understanding presently, but we're trying to make them understand. And gradually, some of them are beginning to key. After seeing the first show, and then what we can do, what we do, because we do things differently. You mentioned the film. We're trying to see how we can marry the film technology with live stage performances. Our first performance, I like doing things uniquely, using, like I mentioned, the avant-gardist theory, which gives room for experimentation. Innovation. They are like one of my friends came and said, I never see how they call them, slow motion for stage play before. So you see things like that with my productions. Okay. Now you're going to see the rewind button. You see a play has gone forward, and since it's a folk script rather, and narration, the narrator says, okay, let's rewind to see that thing properly. Those are the things you see in our productions that are truly very unique and very, very captivating.
Okay, so I'm coming to, the story of EFETOBORE. Maybe you just tell us a bit about it. But before we come to that, she talked about film as a genre and what people prefer. And we know the amount of energy that is put into theater and stage plays. But then I've also, on the side, listened to several artists who are, theater stage, performers talk about, the enabling power of the remuneration between theater and film actors. Is that also something that perhaps could also improve, maybe with funding, or the government needs to take a stance when you talk about creative economy?
Yes, I think it can improve with funding. Naturally, like I said, a lot of them are into it because they know that we're sewing, and then they know my personality, and they believe that what I have told them is for real. Like everybody has a stake. You come into Big Way Theater, we believe that subsequently or in the nearest future, a lot of things will be taken care of. One part of what we do, one part of the promise that we believe we can keep is we want to raise a kind of foundation. Well, I've seen a lot of artists, I don't want to say they live plastic life. When you hear that an artist is sick and you begin to hear they are begging for money for those artists,
you wonder.
You begin to wonder, where is all this
lifestyle.
Yes,
all about
lifestyle, yes. All this luxurious lifestyle that we see, this opulence that we see everywhere. Suddenly this man is beginning to beg for money, or this woman. So with Big Way Theater, it's part of what we have put in place to see that virtually everything we do, whatever comes in, we are stashing money away to make sure that anybody that is involved in big way theater, basic theater is also another arm of big way theater.
Yes, I know.
So big way theater, in the future, you won't have any reason. It's like an insurance policy where you won't have reason to. In the future, if you have anything like that, like we say, God forbid, we intend to say we just draw into that fund, and then we were able to take care of it.
So
those are promises that would help.
Let's come to
secure one's future. Yes.
Sorry to cut in because we're far spent with time. A tale of punishment.
A tale of love, envy, crime and punishment. Yes.
Tell us a bit.
Yes. It's about the orphan EFETOBORE. She was orphaned quite early. Of course, she was not living with her stepmother and her stepsister. You can imagine, 3 women, so to say, but 2 against 1. And then, of course, you know, the fruit does not fall far from the tree. The stepmother and the stepsister took after her mother, and of course, 2 of them were dealing with EFETOBORE, and you could see all she went through. But fortunately, the Ovie needed a new wife, and he needed a maiden, because after 4 women have not been able to produce an heir to the throne, the king, that is the Ovie now, needed a new maiden, according to the chiefs and the priest who says, take a new maiden. So that, because after 4 women have given you 8 girls, we think a new maiden will be the one that will give you a male child. So fortunately, EFETOBORE also loves dancing. We also call her the dancing queen. But of course, the stepsister also dances too. So they all went for the dancing competition. The trick here, or the beauty here, is the stepmother had almost locked EFETOBORE inside the house, that she doesn't come out for that competition.
Sounds like a Cinderella story.
Yes.
It sounds like a Cinderella story.
That's what Ada was saying last week.
Yes.
So, but fortunately for her, the mother's, apparition, the spirit came to talk to her. Go, forget that command. Make sure you go for that dancing competition. And so after they finished the contest and they were about to crown her stepsister, the king now cited EFETOBORE in the crowd. You, this maiden, I want you to dance for me. And that was how EFETOBORE was crowned the new queen.
Wow.
But of course, the moment she entered the palace, the other 4 wives, for the first time the king was in love. He experienced true love with EFETOBORE. And so he was playing with her, like they say, he was spotting with his wife, the way he didn't spot with the others. You know, the Bible says Abraham was spotting with his wife.
So the other wives were happy.
They were truly envious. And then the conspiracy started, and it was out before you could say Jack. EFETOBORE was accused of adultery and banished from the kingdom. And if you want to hear the conclusion,
to be continued.
To be continued.
Yeah, true life story, really. So, Onome, what do Nigerians are? They are listening to you, they are watching you now. How compelling would the show be that you will be hosting for them to attend?
Well, it's the show is going to be very, very interesting. I'm not going to be going there alone, by the way. A couple of my colleagues will be coming to spice up the show. Most importantly is that aspect of EFETOBORE dancing her way into destiny and other wives dancing her out. But I will encourage everybody to be part of it. It's going to be fun.
Twist of love, really. These things are true life stories. Yeah. Even though it looks like a stage play, but these things happen on a daily basis.
On a daily basis, yes.
So when and where is the stage hold?
At the Abuja Continental, former Sheraton Hotel. That's tomorrow, Saturday, 10th of February. We have 2 shows always because of the hall size. First show 2 p.m., second show 6 p.m. But the same play, only 1 or 2 double casts. So you may not see the same person in one, maybe the first show. Yes, in another show.
Is it for a fee or is it free?
For a fee, yes, of course, always. Madam Nkoli.
No, because Nigerians are watching and they're listening.
10,000 naira
so they want to be part
for the regular seats, and then VIP 25,000 naira. Like we always say, it's for them to support us. We have also created diamond seats for diamond family of 10, 1.5 million, and then gold family of 10, 1 million, and then all these are support money we're trying to raise. That's the idea. So it's not like you're coming up, you'll be seeing the same show. Comedians have said it about. They used to joke about you, Organawa for you pay 1 million. Still the person there your back pay 25,000. Not be the same thing that they see. It's not stupidity. It's because we know that they are coming to support us. So we want to hammer on that that they are coming to support us. That's the truth. Because they won't get anything different. What you see is what the person that paid 10,000 naira will be seeing.
Onome, I mean, I hear the figures, and I know that, to some people, right now, you talked about the economic crunch in the beginning.
Yes, nobody 10,000 naira is okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, for the bourgeois and the elites who probably can spend the money, and it's a season of love, so you probably would tell, yes, right? You probably tell us why this is a must-watch.
Well, first of all, we need to breathe. The tension around the country is just too much at the moment. There's need for us to relax, and this is one way you can actually relax. The money is really not much compared to what is being put into the play. I know how much the hall, for example, takes, Absolutely. How much each cast is going to take, but the whole essence, like he has mentioned, is actually to give some sigh of relief, some sigh of relaxation.
Let love breathe.
Yeah, let love breathe. And then at the end of the day, there will be an after party at our various houses.
Interesting.
I don't get that.
And you coordinate that like they coordinated the women's
again for the after party, right?
If you see, I like that. Let love breathe. It's truly what we in the jingle we try to see how we could emphasize letting love breathe. Okay. Those other women wouldn't even want that. Sometimes it looks like women are their own enemies. You that is into politics, the gender agenda and all of that. We see women being the enemy of women.
Well,
so the women are the enemy of EFETOBORE in the house.
Theoretically.
So in a sense, they didn't because the king is in love with EFETOBORE as differently from the kind of love he showed to them. It became a problem. So
rather than learn the art from hand, find out what makes the king love you.
Isn't that also a lesson for men that you shouldn't be partial when it comes to love?
No, sometimes when it just sparks up. It's something that is spontaneous.
You can't help it.
Yes, you can't truly control
Absolutely.
it. But even though I don't know how they were able to see him. Like I said, Abraham was spotting with his wife. Somebody saw from the window. So ordinarily, those things were done. Is it surreptitious?
Even Jacob.
Why? Yes, but somehow they still saw. Like they said, the walls have ears.
You see why women don't like to share their men with any other woman? You know why?
Because
somehow the love that the man has for you may just shift, and then that's where jealousy and other things spring up.
In one same breath, the same love he showed. That is something that is truly very ironic about the production. While they were talking about the love he had for EFETOBORE, it was when adultery was brought up, and in the same breath, the man banished the same EFETOBORE.
Because he could not share.
So love didn't cover that. Didn't the Bible say that love covers all things?
Well, it covers all things, not for African man, not for Robo man.
And not for...
not possible.
And not for adultery. Even the Bible also specifies that as well.
That's the only reason why you can separate.
Your wife
and this analogy of, women sharing them, and I mean, he married them legally, so they are his wives.
Yeah, his wife,
it reminds me of, the word nai in Igbo, when, you want to refer to your husband as a king. That nai, from what I understand, is a description that says he's our father, our own. So no woman definitely puts the claim on him, because tomorrow he may just go take another wife. So
as simple as that.
But that does not also mean that it is right.
Well, no, for the kings, somehow, right from biblical times, it looks like my sister.
Solomon with 300 wives.
I want to name them. And David was the man after God's heart.
I don't know what makes it wrong, though. My granddad had five of them. My grandma
Mine
was the first,
two,
and he shared love equally until my grandma moved from the main house to the boys' quarter. But the love
was reducing, was waning along the line. That's how it happens.
All right. So this issue of payment. So if it's a season of showing love, so should also people who are well-to-do, who God has blessed,
should pay for others.
Pay for others.
That's
maybe
the idea.
Who may be interested.
And we're hoping that would happen. That's the idea. And we're also given the times and the season. We're saying the first 50 people apart from those that have bought already, the first 50 people to buy, to get to the gates, will also get 50% discount.
Okay, you only buy at the gate, or
no,
are you selling
we're selling already.
already?
We've even saying for the first show, the first 50 people to buy tickets to the first show, you buy one, you get one free. But we're saying if you get to the gate and you are not part of that, you are still part of the first 50 set of people to get there.
You get a rebate.
You get a rebate, yeah.
Thank
All right.
you so
Thank
much.
you, gentlemen.
Thank
And
you.
children can also get a rebate. We also say that.
All right. Dr. Awaritoma Agoma, playwright, author, and play director, and also Onome Descent, the show host, talking about EFETOBORE, stage play that will be hosted tomorrow, right?
Yes, tomorrow.
Okay. So you're all invited. We'll
You can
take a
pay for
moment
somebody
to
too.
take you to intimate and lifestyle segment. It's all